So I'm in Paris and it's sleepy morning. You might hear Paris just waking up. I thought I'd do a quick Sunday live from Paris while I was here. For those who know me from Kentucky days, they would know that the year I got placed here in 1993, I actually didn't particularly want to come here the first time. I thought Italy or Greece was going to be far more interesting, but there you go. I can't imagine now having not spent a year in Paris, and so that's a lesson of acceptance right there. Not many people know Paris actually. They know it for the big city it is now, 5-star, grandeur, and yet it started out as pretty much what they call a podunk, which is a backwater swamp. And there's a lesson in life right there, that even the most grandest and elegant of plans take time to come to fruition. And so you've got to learn a little bit of patience, and certainly something you can learn from this place. And what about the opulence in the city? Paris really is a stunning city. I forget how beautiful it actually is. It's an amazing city. Centuries of dynasties like the Capetians, the Merovingians, the House of Valois, House of Bourbon, Napoleon Bonaparte have added such elegance to this place, and the avenues, the likes of Baron von Haussmann, who extended all the avenues off the Arc de Triomphe. It really is an amazing city, and so that takes collaboration, though. It's not like Napoleon Bonaparte's got his little N everywhere, and yet he doubtful put anything together himself. He had people doing that for him. Collaboration is what makes those elegant plans into fruition, really, ultimately. And sticking on the theme of Bonaparte, an amazing character. Such ego, though, he crowned himself in Notre Dame Cathedral because he didn't think anybody else was good enough to crown him. And there's another lesson. In 1812, he took his army over to Russia, got defeated, and the lesson there being that ego and pride can be just as destructive as that collaboration can be, so don't ever let that ego get in your way. From this trip, I've discovered definitely a few new things, and I've noticed how many people, though, they run in somewhere, take the photo, but they don't really experience the place. You know, Musée d'Orsay and the Louvre being classic examples of that. They run in, take one photo, and run out. They take the picture of the Mona Lisa, or somebody like a Degas or a Monet, and then they run out without fully appreciating everything that's around them. And certainly it's something I've been very mindful to do this trip, and just to pause and stop and take in every part of your journey. It's about the whole experience, not just taking a snapshot. I think too many people kind of lose sight of that these days. Something else I've really learned from this trip as well, as Paris is stunning, I've said it before, but it really is an amazing city. If it didn't exist, you'd have to actually invent it. And yet, for all the glitz and beauty that this city holds, I've been playing with my camera and photos for people on my private page. It's actually the simple things that really bring the city alive as well. It's the little simple daily things that make the city stand out. And I think we can get too lost in that sometimes as well, thinking that ritz and glamour and glitz and expensive shit is the best thing on the planet, when really the simple things in life are what really count, and very true when it comes to how we deal with people in our life. Simple efforts is what really, really counts around everything. I guess the final quick lesson from Paris would be it has two very special monikers. It's got these labels of the City of Light and the City of Love. Now, the City of Light, that's because of the illuminations. I've done so many illuminations tours with many of my peers in Kentucky. You have to do this night tour of Paris, and it's amazing. Funnily enough, I'm going to go and do a night cruise tonight and go and watch the Lido for something different for Christmas Eve. I've done both before, but not for a long time, and it really is a stunning city of light when the city's illuminated. And the lesson there being you can be a person the same, radiate light in everything you're doing, and some people may not always get that, but be the best version of yourself anyway. And as for the second moniker, City of Love, what's not to love about Paris? And it would be amazing to be here with the right person, I'm sure of that. And ultimately, though, the lesson there is to love, meaning to love unconditionally. I think too many people put conditions on what they love, whether that's their job or the people in their life, and yet to love unconditionally really means to let go of all that and love anywhere, and to be a person that radiates love. Now, that really is something that's, I think, a lifelong lesson. Anyway, just some quick thoughts from Paris. It's stunning to be back here after a 10-year gap. I look forward to my next trip. It's been amazing just coming and in solitary, spending some time to explore this city that I love and know so well. Anyway, guys, next week I will do another Sunday Live, and next week it's going to be from probably the ski fields in Andorra, I'd say. Merry Christmas. Love to all of you, and I'll see you back in Australia.